Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. How about everything?
Hello! We're ready to rock and roll and salsa dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody, welcome to this session. Thank you for inviting me, Salaman. That's very nice.
Yeah, we are Mantuga Boricua and the Salsa dancer and transporter also two guys. And I'm very pleased and glad to see you once again. This is just
Yes.
the beginning.
Yes, me too.
Let me tell you something. This is just the beginning to reborn our tourism industry, especially us as a tour guide and also transporter. First of all, how are everything there? You're still in San Juan, right? Or Carolina?
We are located in San Juan and we do services all the archipelago, not just the island, but we also do the whole archipelago.
All
Meaning,
right.
don't
The
forget about
island.
Vieques, Culebras, Caja de Muertos, and others. I mean, we cannot transport in Caja de Muertos, but you know what I mean. We can
Oh
go by
yes,
boat.
Canada.
We can go by boat, so that's transportation is
Well,
included.
that's another thing. But just briefly, just let out this note that we have three, or let's say more adjacent islands, west, south, and east. So it's a long story to tell. So it's important. Well, so what about transportation? How is working Puerto Rico?
Transportation in Puerto Rico is very commonly used with the systems of roads, highways, freeways, airports, ports and harbors, as well as railway systems, correct? Serving a population approximately about 4 million year round. Okay, and it's funded primarily with both local and federal federal government funds.
Absolutely.
So
So the about yes, go ahead.
what is commonly used for transportation in Puerto Rico, most visitors use rental cars as a form easier way to get around. I don't quite recommend it a lot. People get too much lost, and I highly recommend like having hiring a private host or a host and a driver at a very phenomenal prices. We have different rates, so don't worry about that. And also a number of harbors, ports, and airports throughout the island makes more forms of transportation available. Yes.
That's very important. That's very important.
So you can
And
always
also, yeah, and also the if you want to know about if the audience that want to know more about transportation, how it works. Um, well, it depends what they want, right? If they, for example, San Juan are all available, so many people are arriving San Juan airport, but there are other airports in Aguadilla on the west. So there are many ways to get transport, or they're going to left Puerto Rico. This is what they want: west, north, or south. Three main airports, but there are small airports going to the adjacent islands, even in the international airport, according to what they want. But transportation is something that more audiences must know how it works, especially what they when they want or tour service, right? How do you know about the tour service when they ask for transportation or someone who can transport different part of the island?
What is your question when they want to travel through to the island, meeting outside
Yeah,
San
when
Juan?
they, yeah,
Most okay,
for transportation.
most visitors use rental cars as a form of transportation in Puerto Rico, which is sort of an easy way. However, um, because really there's so much to see and so much to explain and learn. It is highly advised to hire a guide and host slash driver because, for example, us, we provide that service and we provide the culture side, directions, we know where to go, we know what you want. All you have to do is contact us because we have already programmed some specific tours, which they're not commercial, right? They're off of the beaten path tours, the specialized tours. Also, we have customized tours. So you can get around when you're driving outside San Juan, rent a car, right? I mentioned that. Also, you can do taxis. Taxis are very affordable in the island. People are very reliable. All the taxi drivers are well educated and they well prepared for um, do the host part. However, you can always come to us and request any information since we work in the industry and we're up to date on everything that goes on with transportation. Plus, as I mentioned, we have the trains, the highways, the train, but that one only travels in the metro area. It's limited, doesn't go all the way to the island.
Right.
Also, another way to travel outside San Juan is by bus, but that also is limited. And we have also the ferries, okay? That's another way of transportation. We have the bikes, which is really, really nice. But to go outside of San Juan in bicycle is not a good idea. However, if you
No.
do have any questions, we do provide very, very affordable packages. You can rent the service of your guide or host, and you know we have affordable packages. Just depends what you want. Half day, we can do full day, we can do a whole week, and trust me, everything is negotiable, everything is affordable. There's no need to stay home, be afraid, because in Puerto Rico, maybe you have heard, oh, it's so expensive. Well, it's a little bit, but there's also for every budget, okay? Remember, it's an island. It's an island of a lot of treasures, a lot to see. It's known worldwide, and about 4 million people come yearly using transportation service, trust me. And there's a little bit for everybody, every budget, every walks of life. Okay. I hope that serves you. If you have any questions, let me know. Remember, ask the tour guide, ask the salsa teacher. Also,
Yes.
on the side of the transportation, we provide a unique service part as our culture, which is salsa. It's salsa dancing is known worldwide. We have incredible people dancing worldwide, and Puerto Ricans make any street a stage. Here, if you don't know how to dance that salsa, you need to take a class because it's essential, it's a must. And to learn and meet people, it's a plus. You go to these cultural events and you get to see food, dancing, how people lives, and also meet people. That's what you want, right? So it's good to have some lessons or a little bit of knowledge. You don't need to be an expert. We provide Salsa Express, which in just a few hours you're right there on the dance floor. However, we do provide courses and programs. Also, we mix a tour with a high spicy salsa and history together. We're a team. We provide all kinds of services and we love what we do, and we want to help you to make your travel planning as pleasant. Like if I travel somewhere in the world, that's what I want. I want to have a best time, so I know, you know, that, and we want to help you guys to have a blast while you're here in Puerto Rico, right?
Yes, and absolutely. And we, like tour guide Boricua and Salsa Night Puerto Rico, are able to answer any questions because everybody wants to plan their vacation. And because you explained very well about transportation, as you said, it's limited. especially metropolitan area. When people say metropolitan area and find transportation out of there, you cannot find any transportation. Where you look, some people like you, for example, Maylene, that provide transportation and mix with someone that is secure. And most that people who have license, that's very important. And the ferry, and it's something that people are they don't know about the ferries, because we have ferries in San Juan and the east. So let's explain about the ferry, how it works. For example, we have in San Juan, the east, and in the south, Caja de Muertos.
Correct.
Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, but Isla de Mona is so far. It's something that is complicated, that you need permission by the government. But the main, let's say, the main places that people can visit are Vieques and Culebra, also crossing Bombay to Cataño, and also San Caja de Muertos. Is it expensive or cheap?
It is depending on what is expensive or cheap for you. I mean, always in groups,
Right.
you get a better rate, right? So let's say if you're traveling during the week or on weekend, they do have a fixed rate. I don't want to like say the rate, because Fajardo has a rate and Cataño has a rate. But for example, going in a group, it costs like about $3 to $5, correct? USD. If you go private on a private jet, well, that could be
That's very important.
150, 100. Well, no, seriously, it can go from 150 and up per person, but you are having a special request. You are having a jet just for you. And that does not include transportation. However, if we do combine those, we arrange a special rate for everybody. So you have to, depends what do you want. That's why we always make sure we listen and we take notes of what you want, and we offer you the options and you get to choose. It's just that simple, because we know everything.
And that's essential. That's essential because most people and all the audiences that are looking right now to this video, it is very important to plan on time.
Yes,
If,
yes, that's correct.
if you want a good lister, a good experience, especially in Puerto Rico, it is important to plan on time and save a lot of money, because the most important is time and leisure, money and time for
Yes.
including to provide you a good service. And people like get like struggling. Oh my God, but which transportation can go to where? People ask, wait a second, but where is Vieques and Culebra? How do I transport from here to Culebra and Vieques? If there is
You,
a transportation going there, people don't see them,
yes,
because nobody
yes, there's,
nobody give up on that.
for example, if you're, that's why it's important, like Salaman says, plan ahead and ask the questions that you need to ask to make sure that's what you want. For example, heading to Fajardo to take the ferry to Vieques and Culebra. Now, there's no transportation, public transportation is what I mean, or train or subway doesn't exist in Puerto Rico that travels over there. However, there are some buses that are scheduled for that. Just ask us, because they run different timing. Um, if they're not overbooked, they take people from different hotels. Like these people,
Mhm.
we know companies that they work for certain guest house slash hotels, but because we know them, we're connected, we can hook you up so you can go with the group if there's space. If you don't want to go with the group, you want your own private transportation, we provide that as well. So don't stress about it. Just ask the salsa instructor or ask the tour guide.
Right, and also if they want, for example, Osura route, or South One, if people want to combine transportation and walking, you can contact us. Also, because there are people that would like to know everything about Puerto Rico, but you can combine walking if people like to walk or you prefer both at the same time, you can talk with us. Like know everything, the entire environment and historical side in all that one. It's but I always, if you want to do more about Portugal, this is the best time to plan on time. Most important when you travel, it is important to get educated. And most of all, transportation